Hello everybody, welcome back to the Loud House, another edition of the Loud House on video this week. We just finished wrapping up the Loud House show for this week as we previewed the Dallas Cowboys matchup with your Washington Redskins this week. Are you excited? Do you think the Washington Redskins have a chance to beat this Dallas Cowboys defense? Are you nervous about what DeMarco Murphy's going to do to this team? Well, you do have good reason. We saw the Washington Redskins last week struggle against a Tennessee Titans team, which, again, like I said, on paper, a team that this Washington Redskins should have won. We saw Kirk Cousins get taken out of the game last week and benched for third-string quarterback Colt McCoy. So it's interesting to see who's going to start at quarterback this week. Will it be Colt McCoy or will it be Robert Griffin III, Bob Griffin, who is a game-time decision for this week's game? That brings us to the keys to the game for this week. The first key to the game I have for this week against the Washington Redskins against the Dallas Cowboys is easy. Play great on special teams. And you'll see how this formula works out at the end of the keys to the game. The Washington Redskins will have to do some great things on special teams this week. First and foremost will be to not turn the ball over. Use special teams to not only establish field position for this Washington Redskins team, but also to set a tone for the game. Get out there, hit these guys hard, set the tone for the offense and defense coming out in a game that should be a very emotional game for Jason Hatcher returning home facing his former team in the Dallas Cowboys. My second key to the game this week, no turnovers. No turnovers for the Washington Redskins. We saw 2 turnovers last week when Kirk Cousins was in the game. An interception and then a fumble lost by the Washington Redskins. When Colt McCoy came in the game, you saw no turnovers after that. Is Colt McCoy a better game manager than Kirk Cousins? That remains to be seen. But in my opinion, Colt McCoy will be starting this game. And if he is starting this game, no turnovers. We got to see a lot of what we saw in the second half of last week's football game. My third key to the game, shut down DeMarco Murray. DeMarco Murray has rushed for over 100 yards in 9 of his 11 last football games. And all 9 of those games were won by the Dallas Cowboys. So the Washington Redskins have to make sure they shut down Murray. Don't let him have a field day on the field this week. Time of possession is going to be very important for this Washington Redskins team. They must win the battle of time of possession. The Washington Redskins against both Jacksonville and the Eagles beat those teams by holding the ball for more than 10 minutes. More than those 2 other teams. They have to do the same thing against the Dallas Cowboys this week. My final score and final prediction this week for the Washington Redskins is going to be, of course, it's another loss. It's Monday night. What did you expect? The Washington Redskins 21, the Dallas Cowboys 28. That's my prediction for this week. Make sure you guys like the Loud House on Facebook, The Loud House, like the Loud House on Twitter @In the Loud House. Download our shows on iTunes as well. Thank you guys so much for all your support. And make sure you listen to the Loud House show this week on iTunes. You are in the Loud House.